Hey everybody, this is Brian from Carving is Fun, and let's get some of you guys fully equipped to start whittling on a budget. Whittling is going to be the cheapest and simplest way to get into wood carving, as you will only really need some basic tools. And it is very likely that you have most of these tools to begin with, if not all of them. But let's get started here with the absolute cheapest option, which is free, because I'm sure most of you already have a lot of these things. First thing you're probably going to want is a pocket knife, most likely one you already have. Most any knife will do the job for whittling. A sharpening tool you already use for any of your other knives, and probably just a stick off the ground, backyard, or just cut from a tree. You probably have all of these items and won't even need to spend any money to start off. While these may not be ideal, they will get the job done. And not only that, it'll help you determine if you want to get more into wood carving without having to buy a specialized knife or anything like that. Now, you may already have some sort of knife sharpening tool. This one is my knife sharpening stone. It has about a 600 grit stone on one side and 1000 grit on the other. The thing that you're going to mainly want to look for is 1000 grit stone or a very fine grinding edge, because what we're going to be aiming for is a nicely refined cutting edge on the knife. If it's a nice, smooth, and honed cutting edge, it's going to slice through the wood a lot easier. Now, if you don't have a 1000 grit stone or anything like that, or can't afford it at the moment, there are other options for you as well. You can just use like 1000 to 2000 grit sandpaper and glue it to a piece of wood like I have here. This will more than get the job done, and it's one of the ones that I actually use myself. Even though I have stones and leather strops and whatnot, I find that the sandpaper is kind of like that nice fine balance in between a sharpening stone and a leather strop, where I can take off a good amount of metal, but yet it still allows me to hone the edge down. Now, as for wood, of course you can always go and check, use sticks and whatnot from the backyard. Your region will have different types of wood, but if you have a hardware store nearby, you can go and buy some wood there as well. If you are going to get wood from the hardware section, go to the trim section. That's nicer wood. You can get some pine or poplar wood. Both are very easy to carve and look really nice. Now, one other thing I want to throw in there is you might want some sort of finger protection. It just makes the whole carving experience better. You can buy these kind of gloves for $5 a pair. These are like slice resistant gloves. They will help prevent you from cutting your finger. Like, it saved my finger once before right there, as you can see. These are older gloves, but they do get the job done. If you already have some stuff that's like a self-adhering ace wrap kind of stuff, which is what I use for a lot of my finger stuff, you can make little thumb and finger guards that way, and they are reusable. I mainly use these ones in conjunction with my carving gloves. Cheap, easy to use. I think I got this roll for like $6, and I can do all my fingers and then some. You can also use like some tool wrap or finger wrap. I've seen these more at like a hardware store and whatnot. They're a little bit thinner than the ace wrap kind of stuff, but still a good cheap option. Now, if you are going to have to buy some tools, I'm sure I can get you going for about $30 or less. These are just going to be like your basic tools to get you started. Starting off, you can get a cheap but quality made wood carving specific knife. Like this one's from Beavercraft. You can get them from $12 to $15. Get some basic basswood. I find them online ranging between $6 to $10 for however much you want to get. And then you're going to also want a leather strop with polishing compound. Beavercraft sells small kits for about $10. It's basically just a strip of leather with polishing compound that you can use. I like to stick mine to a block of wood and just apply the polishing compound on there. It's easy to do, great way to really hone down and refine that cutting edge to make sure you get a nice and very sharp edge. You don't have to have the leather strop. You can, like I said before, you can still use the 1000 grit sandpaper. I've used the sandpaper stuff for about 5 to 6 years primarily before I started doing the leather strops, but this will get the job done much cheaper, and once you wear it out, you can just replace it. Now, if you want a couple of different knife options, you can choose between Beavercraft and FlexCut. These two are going to probably be your better choices for a specifically made wood carving knife. The Beavercraft, like I said, you can get them between $12 to $15 for a basic whittling knife. The flex cuts are going to be a little bit better, but they are going to be slightly more expensive, between $18 to $25. Just get whatever fits your budget. Both of these will get the job done, no problem. And like I was saying, you can just use any type of wood you want. Sticks off the ground will do just fine. If you go to your hardware section, the smaller pieces of nice pine or poplar wood is between $3 to $7. They'll get you started. You'll get some good quality wood to start carving with, and it won't be too terribly expensive. Now, there are some starter kits that you can purchase online. I know Beavercraft usually comes with some pretty good starter kits for most people. One of the good ones you can purchase is the Beavercraft S01 starter kit. I usually see them for less than $30, and it comes with all these things right here, where you get a hook knife to carve some spoons, a regular wood carving knife, a leather strop, and a stropping compound. I'll get you started for where you need to go tool wise for $30 or less, which is a great option. Alright, now let's say that you have maybe $50 to $60 to spend. This is where you can start getting some really cool tools and even full-on starter kits with everything you're going to need. I mean, you can start getting different higher tier tools like flex cut carving knives, or even OCC tools, whittling and wood carving knives. Both great options. You can get some nicer leather strops with the green polishing compound that are already glued to the wood itself. You can usually find these between $15 to $20 already set up like that. And then you can start buying some of the nicer basswood as well. Some of the stuff that I like to get is the air dried basswood. It's much easier to carve. And you can also get the stuff from Treeline USA, their basswood. I think this is their practice block. Excellent basswood to start carving with. Very easy to carve, nice results afterwards. Very nice creamy color. Now let's start off with the knives here. Some of the knives you can get, like flex cut, these are the more commonly available kind of tools that you're going to be able to find. Most wood carving shops online and box stores usually have flex cut. They're very nice quality. They come honed razor sharp and ready to use. Great option. And you can get them in little starter kits like this. This is the Palm knife kit, which I think was about $40 to $50 for the whole thing. But you can also purchase the knives individually and create your own kit. You don't have to get the full-on kits themselves if you don't want all the tools. They do sell smaller, cheaper options as well. Just keep an eye out for those. Some of the ones that I've been enjoying are the OCC tools. These will range between $22 to $30 per knife. They come in different style handles, so you can find the ones that fit your hand a little bit better. So it's just, you have a little bit more options for handle design, and also some other options for blade type. Great quality tools. They cut very well right out of the box, honed razor sharp when you get them. But you can't really find these at most box stores or on Amazon. You usually find them at specialty wood carving shops. I picked up my knives online from Treeline USA and Mountain Wood Carvers. Great places to buy your knives. And like I was saying, you can also get your leather strops already glued to pieces of wood. Beavercraft will sell their own kit for about $15 to $20. This one is the regular one that I glue to a piece of wood. FlexCut sells theirs between $15 to $20 as well. You only really need one color stropping compound, which is the green one. FlexCut does come with their own, which is yellow. It's the equivalent to the green. You don't need to worry about getting any other ones. Just use green or FlexCut yellow and you'll be set. And not only that, Beavercraft does sell their own kind of kits, which are usually more complete than most other wood carving kits. They'll come with the different types of knives. They'll come with the leather strops, some polishing compound, even some band-aids in there, which do come in handy every now and then. I've seen some where they come with the knives, the tool bag, some wood, and like carving instructions to get you fully started. So if you want to get into whittling and wood carving, Beavercraft would be a good place to start looking, closely followed by FlexCut and then OCC Tools, which are all great quality knives. Now I'll have all the tools I showed in the video linked below, so you have an idea where you can find the tools and how much they are, so you can pick them up for yourself, including places where you can get the leather strops, and my preferred places to go and buy whittling and wood carving wood, which is usually a combination between eBay and specialty shops like Treeline USA. I like to purchase on eBay whenever possible, because I'm purchasing from other people who are usually wood carvers themselves, and it's a nice way to keep the money flowing in between the wood carving community itself. If you have any questions as well, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer anything you have or give you suggestions depending upon your budget. Feel free to like and subscribe if you found the video useful. It's a great way for me to figure out if y'all are enjoying them. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.